Did you ever have a situation where someone insulted you or your team and you felt like giving it back then and there, but you held back? And later you thought about it and you think you lost an opportunity for a crucial conversation, the moment of truth that passed by. Has it ever happened to you? It happened to me. I remember sitting with one of my fellow leaders along with my team member having a very intense discussion about one of the escalated projects. And I was new to Dubai that time, new to the leadership role. And during the discussion, my team members said, no, this is not the way we can have it. This is not the way we can deliver it. And my fellow leader, my peer, started banging the table, shouting at the top of his voice. Even people who were sitting on the floor, they could hear it. We were taken aback, but I was calm. I took control of the situation and finally we moved on. Later, when I thought about it, I thought I should have responded very clearly telling him that this is not acceptable. It's not acceptable to insult my team. It's not acceptable to raise voice. It's not acceptable to bang on the table. I lost out in that moment of truth and I felt like I failed my team. Contrast that with another incident that happened around that time. And in one of the projects, the client was almost about to sue us because the project was not delivered. It's a failed delivery. It happened even before I took over the role, but it continued. And me and my CEO, we went to meet the client in Doha. So we flew from Dubai to Doha. We went there and we started the discussion. It was CEO from the client side, who was a sheikh in Qatar, and his CTO and team. The CTO was a Norwegian guy. We started the discussion amicably, but suddenly, responding to one of my comments, the CTO, the Norwegian guy, I believe his name was Stefan, he just said, "Oh, this is because of your stupid team." And that way he said it, it was very, very offensive. The tone, the way it was directed almost towards me and the team, it was very offensive. I almost felt like walking out of the room. It was a dead silence. Then my CEO, she took over. She jumped in and in a very stern voice, she said, "Stefan, you need to take your word back. You cannot insult my team. We need to have the discussion in a professional environment." Stefan looked at his CEO and the CEO, the sheikh, said, "Please apologize." Stefan apologized to me and we moved on. And that was a masterclass lesson for me on crucial conversation, not losing the right moment to put people on their spot where they belong to. And you know what happened in that process? We were talking about $1 million of penalty. It was a high-stakes situation. My boss elevated our position. We had a balance of power then. We're not weak. We gave a signal. And she won my loyalty thereafter as a leader. Isn't it a real masterclass lesson on crucial conversation? It's important that sometimes you have to give it back then and there. You have to stand for your team. By doing that, you earn respect and you don't lose the critical moment of this crucial conversation. By the way, I also have had other situations where I was working in India and we were having some intense discussion with our US executive team. And in the morning we were preparing, we reviewed the outline, everything. My boss said, "Everything is fine. You go and say it and I will back you up." In the evening, we are having the discussion, the call with the US executive team. And I said whatever we agreed. And I was looking for support from my boss. And you know what? I saw that he was on the other side. He was agreeing to the bullying of the US executives. He was on their side. I felt alone. I felt cornered. I don't know whether this kind of thing has happened to you or not. Now, here is my question to you. You have learned the masterclass of crucial conversation. Suppose your boss is failing you or your team. Your boss is inept. Would you have crucial conversation with your boss? Think about it, and that's exactly what we are going to cover in the next episode of our Crucial Conversation series. I see you there.